All right. So I'm 25. At what age were you my age?
1968.
All right. And where were you raised and born?
Well, I was raised in Upper Darby, Pennsylvania, and I was born in Delaware County Memorial Hospital in
Okay.
Pennsylvania.
And among your siblings, were you the oldest, youngest, middle?
I was the youngest son
The youngest son.
of two brothers.
All right.
Three brothers, yeah.
So when you were 25, what was your family's greatest concern?
My family's greatest concern when I was 25. Well, when I was 25,
You had 3 kids.
I had 3 children, 3 little girls, and
Worked 2 jobs.
our main concern was working and putting groceries on the table
And paying rent.
and paying rent. In those
So
days.
very, very different from my life right now.
Oh, yeah.
You worked 2
I
jobs.
mean, we were an early. Your grandma and I were married very young in life, and we had 3 kids by the time I was 25.
Wow. I couldn't imagine having 3 kids right now.
So it was a struggle for us, but things were so much cheaper then that it wasn't too bad.
Mm-hmm. And what is like the biggest difference between class distinctions then and now? Like how you determine if someone's wealthy or poor. Like how easy was it in the when you were 25 compared to now?
Much easier.
It was easier.
There was more opportunities.
A cheaper way of living.
Cheaper to live. Now it's just out of sight now. I mean, I'm struggling now, and I'm 69 years old just to keep up with taxes and everything else. So,
This one's a little personal. Did you make a conscious, planned decision to have children, or was it just sort of something?
It just happened.
It just happened.
I'm going to be honest with you. We never really planned children, but they just came along. Thank God.
Yeah, you wouldn't be here.
Right?
Yeah.
So, what invention or discovery has had the greatest effect on your life?
I guess.
What? From what age?
What invention?
It just in your whole life.
Just
any invention.
Well, the best
or
thing
discovery.
that they ever did for me was when I came out with the hot iron for the carpet.
Yeah, but no. We're talking about inventions in your lifetime. No.
I mean, it's fine. It's like
No,
what had the greatest impact on you? It can be anything. It can be a discovery.
I mean, I think of TV was a great thing.
TV. We never had TV.
So
we never had anything.
So going from that
to
from nothing to TV, that was like a big thing.
That's a big thing.
And then
TV.
especially if you were a poor family and you went up with this little. You should have seen the TVs back then; they were unbelievable. But that was a great thing.
That was a big thing for us.
Well, if you had a TV, you were
you were rich.
Catch me out.
That's true.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
and now everyone has TV, so
we weren't born.
We have 4 of them at one time sometimes.
Yeah, right.
But we weren't born with TVs, Gary.
No.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing. That makes us old.
So, what national or international event had the greatest influence on your life? Try to think more like older events, not like, because my teacher, I'll use an example, he said some people would say 9/11 because that was a big national event, but that's something more recent. Think of something that it just affected you a lot. It could be a war.
I was going to say that we were war babies.
I'll
we
tell
were
you what,
baby
Vietnam was. We lost a lot of friends, and that wasn't on a war. That's what POs you. It's just we're fighting communism, and these poor guys are getting drafted. I could have been drafted.
Because
I almost was. They reclassified me when they found out I had 2 children.
They let you go.
Yeah, but we lost quite a few people.
Absolutely.
Vietnam was a big impact on us.
Yes.
Has religion played a role in your daily life? And if so, in what
I'm not a religious person.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't think so. I mean, I kind of end up the same way.
You believe in God?
Well,
I do believe in God, yes, but I'm just not religious.
So it hasn't really affected.
I don't pray. I don't go to church. But
so
I don't believe in God.
Would you say that believing in God has changed anything about how you would have acted in this life?
No.
No. So it really has no effect on.
No impact.
Okay. Okay. It's the same way with me.
Unless
So
he lets me hit the lottery, then
then it'll have an impact.
Praise the Lord God.
So when you were my age, what recreational activities did you do? Like,
I
what did
have
you?
all sports activities.
Sports?
I did basketball, soccer, track,
All that.
baseball.
All sports.
Yeah, I was all sports.
All sports.
Water skiing, we.
What about like
Racing
around
his
like
car
a little?
racing.
So car racing.
Yeah, I was into that quite a bit too.
When you were
fast
25
cars
and you have 3 kids, like what kind of stuff?
Fast
You still
cars and racing.
okay.
Yeah, and I still played sports.
Really? Oh, that's cool.
Ben's leagues.
Okay.
Way up until I was like 40 years old.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So what one decision you have made in your life has had the greatest impact on your life?
Getting married, having kids.
You know what, Jimmy? Getting your job in corporate when you were 28 years old,
Well,
and then made us get through
I was in construction at the time.
and was offered a job.
We were building houses with her, Grandpa.
Yeah.
And I was offered to go to work with a corporate guy, and then he took me in as his partner, and that's how I got started in.
Really? So you
corporate,
weren't originally in that?
That changed my life.
And
So-
we did
If I
very
would have
well.
probably stayed in the carpentry, it would have changed. It would have worked out as well for me as the carpentry.
Yeah.
So we did well.
Well, that's good.
Bought a house.
So
blah,
that
blah,
was a
blah.
life-changing experience
Yeah.
too.
We were able to buy this house when you got into that. We were living
Yeah.
with Grandma, and that made us
Yeah.
have the house
So you
and start a
finally
family.
had
Had
enough.
our
And
independence
I bought
and
this
had our
house.
own house.
Yep.
All right. So do you have any aspirations for me personally?
Oh, you know that I've had those aspirations for a long time. You shouldn't even be doing that. You should be working somewhere making tons of money. You should already be done this. You were so smart. I just want you to pursue what you can do. Your abilities are so great.
What would you want me to? What would you think that I aspire to be or to do?
I would something electronics or whatever because you're great at it. I mean, this is where the things are happening today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You always loved theatrical things too. I mean, you could get into that end.
But to you feel like you could be some scientist or
Oh,
some
absolutely. He's
or,
got that
or
mind
computer genius. That's
He
how you feel about
He
him.
has the capability of doing whatever he
really
wants
the-
to do
and
because
for
he's
the
got
best.
the mind for it.
Yes, he does.
So basically, just
use the noodle.
Use the noodle. All right.
He knows.
So, what did you think of this interview?
I think it was just wonderful, and you did a fantastic job.
All right. And
Yeah. How about that?
did you
Yes,
think that there was anything else that you want to add or say before?
No, just that I'm poor, and I would like somebody to donate some money.
All right. Well,
No.
I'll ask my
I
teacher.
feel like I'm incarcerated in prison right now because of this hernia operation. I can't work. It's driving me nuts. You know me. I
Yeah.
got to do something.
Well, say there. I gave you something to do. It's
Yes.
only for a little bit.
We had
Yes.
company yesterday, company today. This is unusual for us.
Well, that's good. All right. Well, thank you very much. And
Yeah.
that's all the questions for now. So.